Hello there. Now in this video we're going to look at changing the background of an image. Now sticking with our Barack Obama theme from the last couple of videos, I have an image of his that we're going to use again that I have saved. I really like this image just because it's very simple. It's a good quality image and it also means that we can edit the background quite easily because there's nothing currently there. It's a good clear image to be using. Now we're going to, with all these videos, have an artist that we are inspired by. So I have been looking with Year 7s at the Kehinde Wiley portrait of Barack Obama, as well as the Martin Scholler photograph that we're using. So you can see in the image here, we've got a fantastic portrait of the former president sitting down in the chair with the flowers and the bush in the background. So we're going to use him as our inspiration. Now, if we go back over to Photoshop, we've got our image that's going to be the kind of main focus point. But then what we are also going to use is a couple of images that I've selected that I thought would be good backgrounds. So we're going to get those as well. So if we go to Open, and then we're going to select one of our floral backgrounds. Let's have a look at this here. So we've got this one, or we've got this one. I think we're going to try this one. Okay, now the first thing I always say with this is that this is me teaching myself how to do this. There are other ways of doing it, and there will be simpler ways and probably harder ways. This is just the way that I like to do it. So the first thing I will do is we don't necessarily need all of this in the background. So we're just going to crop away some of this bit of image here because we only need the basic bits. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to test the size. So we're going to pop him on top here. Now you can see this is very, very zoomed in. Now we don't necessarily want it that big, so we're going to go back and we're going to make our image slightly smaller. Now it might be that you need to go and change the background image depending on it, because obviously if it's from the internet you don't necessarily have control of the size. If you do make things bigger or smaller, it can change the resolution. So we're just going to make him a little bit smaller. Have a look at this one. It was quite a good quality image. Let's see, let's make that 30. Then we zoom out, we'll press Command and minus there. Now again, we're just doing this as a practice, so you might want to be a little bit more particular when choosing yours. So we're dragging this image onto here. Now we probably could have gone a bit smaller or bigger, that's fine, but what we're going to do is we're going to decide where we're going to place him. Now we can do this wherever we like, because obviously we're going to make the image smaller eventually anyway. So I'm going to pop him there. I'm just zooming in a little bit. Again, Command plus when you're using the max, and then it just zooms in without actually making the image bigger. Now, one of the things you will need here is the quick selection tool. And then what you're going to start to do is just click on certain areas. Now, these bits here will literally delete what you have selected. You can see here, we're just deleting the bits that we do not want. Now what does happen if you zoom in, you can see a bit better here, you end up with these lines, which obviously, if the image quite small, you're probably not going to notice, but we want to be a little bit more particular about it. So if we go down to our eraser tool, see there we've got eraser, and you can change the size of the eraser. Obviously you can have it absolutely massive, or you can have it really, really small. We don't need it huge, and we can actually just start to get rid of some of those extra lines there. Now, the photograph was quite zoomed in, so what we will need to do is we'll need to crop, because you can see it across the top here, it's a flat line across the top of his head. So we're going to go back to our cropping tool, and we're just going to line it up where the lines were on the photograph. And you can see here, we then press return, we've got this image, oh, missed a bit at the top there. We've got the photograph itself, but with a nice zoomed in floral background. And then the last thing, as we usually do, we're going to make that just one image. So we've got our two layers over here. We're going to go on to a flattened image, and then we have our image done.